Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negron. Now, for the benefit of those of you who are not familiar with this channel or watching this channel for the very first time, the reason why it is called Uncommon Sense because here we talk about everyday issues where we try to find logical solutions. But not everyone uses logic. For that reason, it is called uncommon sense. I want to let everybody know that right now I'm currently live on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. As always, I want to give a huge shout out to all those who have subscribed to my channel. I also want to give a huge shout out to all those who follow me in social media. And I also want to give a huge shout out for all those who have allowed me to enter into your devices. And I just want to say, all of you, thank you very much. Now, if you have not done so, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe, like, and set the bell notification to all. So therefore, whenever I do prepare content, you will have the opportunity to catch it live or catch it on the playback. I do want to let everybody know that the subscriber only mode is on now on the stream. Meaning, if you wish to enter a comment on the chat, if you're not a subscriber, you will need to subscribe. Okay. I just want to, again, thank you very much. In a few minutes, I will drop the link should anyone wishes to join the panel. Now, before I get into the meat of the topic, let me just give you a brief preview regarding next week's schedule. Monday, I will be doing a stream at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. And what is going to be, it's going to be dedicated to the memory of my father, Gumacino Negron, who passed away 10 years ago. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking, whether it be briefly or for whatever length of time, regarding my father's memory and regarding the type of person my father was. To be honest, my father was quite a character. Okay, and I think if you should tune in on the stream, you'll get an example of that. So I'm gonna have after that, I will be doing a stream on Tuesday night at my regular time at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I will also be doing a stream on Thursday night. I don't know whether it's going to be done on 8 or 8:30. I will definitely finalize everything either by the next stream or the early part of next week. Now, this Saturday, I will be doing a live call-in show in regards to how we have dealt with COVID-19. So I'm going to be talking about some of the things that we had to endure during the time. Okay. It's not meant to be political. I'm just simply going to be talking about some of the changes that we have to make in order to adapt to reality to what it is today. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to enter the link in the chat. Okay. Of course, everybody, and I repeat, everybody is welcome to enter their comments regarding the topic. Or you can join the panel If you do disagree for whatever reason, that's perfectly fine. What I do ask is let's be respectful where we disagree. We don't need to insult anyone, whether it be in the chat or be on the panel. And the fact of the matter is, those who will try to disrupt the stream will be immediately removed. So now we're going to get into the heart of the matter, which is how to reduce stress in our lives. Hopefully, other people will catch on and watch the stream live or to catch it on the playback. Now, the reason why I'm talking about um, how to reduce stress because it's a reality. We all deal with stress every single day, and stress can come from many sources. It could be from stress from work, dealing with a supervisor that seems to be uncooperative or understanding or not reasonable. It could be coworkers. We can get stress from home, from loved ones. We can get stress dealing with our neighbors. We can get stress dealing with strangers out in the street doing who knows what. Um, we can also deal with stress in our places of worship. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sharing some articles uh, regarding how we can deal with stress. Okay. And of course, if you have any ideas how you deal with stress, uh, this is your opportunity to enter your comments in the chat or join the panel. Okay. Hopefully, other people will join the panel because even though I have a great deal of material to share, um, this is not meant to be an echo chamber, and I am not necessarily the best when it comes to monologues. Okay, so the first thing article I'm going to share comes from the website WebMD, and it was written by Dr. Melinda Battini on April the 29th, 2021. And the article is called 10 Tips to Manage Stress. These days, it's hard not to get overwhelmed once in a while between juggling work, family, and other commitments. You can become too stressed out and busy. But you need to set time aside to unwind, or your mental and physical health can suffer. Learning how to manage your stress takes practice, but you can and need to do it. Here are 10 ways to make it easier. Okay. Number one, exercise. Working out regularly is one of the best ways to relax your body and mind. Plus, exercise will improve your mood, but you have to do it often for the payoff. Um, how much should you exercise every week? Work up to 2 hours and 30 minutes of moderate intense exercise like a brisk walk, or 75 minutes of more vigorous exercise like swimming, laps, jogging, or other sports. Focus on setting fitness goals you can meet so you don't give up. Most of all, remember that doing any exercise is better than none at all. Okay, interesting. And of course, I can just imagine people saying, well, I cannot make the time, so on and so forth. Okay, well, you can take walks. And walking is a good form of exercises. It helps you to clear mind and you're moving your body. Number two, relax your muscles. When you're stressed, your muscles get tense. You can help loosen them by your own and refresh your body by stretching, enjoying a massage, taking a hot bath or shower, getting a good night's sleep. Um, Believe it or not, as much as I love cold weather, I actually take hot showers. Go figure. And as far as sleep, I try to get a good night's sleep. So I'll listen to some music um, to meditate so I can go into slumberland. Number three, deep breathing. Stopping and taking a few deep breaths can take the pressure off you right away. You'll be surprised how much better you will feel once you get good at it. Just follow these 5 steps. And they are: number one, sit in a comfortable position with your hands in your lap and your feet on the floor, or you can lie down. Number two, close your eyes. Number three, imagine yourself in a relaxing place. It can be on the beach, in a beautiful field of grass, or anywhere that gives you a peaceful feeling. Number four, slowly take deep breaths in and out. And number five, do this for 5 to 10 minutes at a time. Interesting. Okay. Number four, eat well. Eating a regular, well balanced diet will help you feel better in general. It may also help to control your moods. Your meals should be full of vegetables, fruit, whole grains, and lean protein for energy. And don't skip any. It's not good for you, and you can put you in a bad mood, which actually increases your stress. Number five, slow down. Modern life is so busy, and sometimes we just need to slow down and chill out. Look at your life and find small ways you can do that. For example, set your watch 5 to 10 minutes ahead. That way, you get places a little bit earlier and avoid the stress of being late. When you are driving on the highway, switch to the slow lane so you can avoid road rage. Break down big jobs into smaller ones. For example, don't try to answer 100 emails if you don't have to just answer a few of them. Interesting. I know at times I get a huge number in emails, and sometimes I can't answer them all. So I just prioritize which ones to answer. Number six, take a break. Need to plan some real downtime to give your mind time off from stress. If you're a person who likes to set goals, this may be hard for you at first, but stick with it and you'll find look forward to these moments. Restful things you can do include meditation, yoga, tai chi, prayer, listening to your favorite music, spending time in nature. Okay. Now, as I said it before, excuse me, I have a habit where as I get ready to go to bed, I'll tell my Alexa device to play some soft, easy music to put me in the mood so I'm able to sleep. Okay. Number seven, make time for hobbies. You need to set aside time for things you enjoy. Try to do something every day that makes you feel good, and it will help release your stress. It doesn't have to be a ton of time, even 15 to 20 minutes will do. Relaxing hobbies includes things like reading, knitting, doing an art project, playing golf, watching a movie, doing puzzles, playing cards, and board games. So, in other words, do things that you actually like that help you relax. Number eight, talk about your problems. If things are bothering you, talking about them can help you lower your stress. You can talk to our family members, friends, a trusted clergyman, your doctor, or a therapist. And you can also talk to yourself. It's called self talk, and we all do it. But in order for self talk to help reduce stress, you need to make sure it's positive and not negative. So listen closely to what you're thinking or saying when you're stressed out. If you're giving yourself a negative message, change it to a positive one. For example, don't tell yourself, I can't do this. Tell yourself instead, I can't do this, or I'm doing the best I can. Number 9, go easy on yourself. Accept that you can't do things perfectly no matter how hard you try. You also can't control everything in your life. So do yourself a favor and stop thinking you can do so much. And don't forget to keep up your sense of humor. Laughter goes a long way towards making yourself feel relaxed. Number 10, eliminate your triggers. Figure out what are the biggest causes of stress in your life. It is it your job, your commute, or your schoolwork? If you are able to identify what they are, see if you're able to eliminate them from your life or at least reduce them. If you can't identify the main causes of your stress, try keeping a stress journal. Make notes when you become most anxious and see if you can determine a pattern. Then find ways to remove or lessen these triggers. Okay. Now, what I read is things that we are able to do uh, to try to reduce stress. Um, and some of them, it's not. I mean, it's not really all that hard. I mean, like for example, deep breathing. Now, I noticed that when you get stressed out, the breathing gets shallow, and sometimes you're not getting the oxygen you need. So try deep breathing. Also, you do need to eat three healthy meals a day. Sometimes we'll skip breakfast or we'll skip lunch, and then we'll make it up by having a big dinner, and that's not good. Um, Try to eat 3 meals a day. Try to eat it at a regular time, and try to be as consistent as possible. So again, as I said before, the link is in the chat. Um, I see not too many people watch the stream. Perhaps other people will catch it on the playback. Now I'm going to read to you another article which is coming from the Centers of Disease Control and Prevention. And again, it's called Coping with Stress. Okay, I don't see a date, but let me just read the article. And again, if anyone wishes to join the panel, by all means, they can do so. Okay. If you prefer to comment from the leave a comment in the chat, by all means do so. Okay. Uh, Many of us are facing challenges that could be stressful, overwhelming, and cause strong emotions in adults and children. Public health actions such as physical distancing can make us feel isolated and lonely and can increase stress and anxiety. After a traumatic event, people have strong and lingering reactions. Learning healthy ways to cope and getting the right care and support can help reduce stressful feelings and symptoms. These symptoms may be physical or emotional. Common reactions to a stressful event can include disbelief, feelings of fear, shock, anger, sadness, worry, numbness, or frustration. Changes in appetite, energy, desires, and interests. Difficulty sleeping or nightmares, concentrating and making decisions. Physical reactions such as headaches, body pains, stomach problems, and skin rashes. Worsening of chronic health problems. Worsening of mental health conditions. Increased use of tobacco, alcohol, and other substances. It is natural to feel stress, anxiety, grief, and worry during traumatic events such as mass shootings, natural disasters, or pandemics. Below are ways that can help you that can help you help that can help yourself, others, and community managing stress. So now what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be talking about healthy ways to cope with stress. And again, if you wish to enter a comment, by all means do so. The only thing is, if you're not a subscriber, I'm going to ask you to please subscribe. Okay? It doesn't cost you anything, and it does help my algorithm. Feeling emotional and nervous or having trouble sleeping and eating can all be normal reactions to stress. Here are some healthy ways you can deal with stress. Take breaks from watching, reading, or listening to news stories, including those on social media. It's good to be informed by hearing about traumatic event constantly can be upsetting. Consider limiting news to just a couple of times a day and disconnecting from the phone, TV, and the computer screen for a while. Take care of yourself. Eat a healthy diet, exercise, get plenty of sleep, and give yourself a break if you feel stressed out. Take care of your body. Take deep breaths, stretch, or meditate. Try to eat healthy, well balanced meals. Exercise regularly. Get plenty of sleep. Avoid excessive alcohol, tobacco, and substance use. Continue with routine preventive measures such as vaccinations, cancer screenings, etc., as recommended by your healthcare provider. Here the advice is get vaccinated against COVID-19 as soon as possible. Get a booster shot if you're age 18 or older. Here, I'm going to slightly disagree when it comes to getting the job, and I'm going to explain to you why. Um, this has been a controversial issue for many reasons, and there are many people who are hesitant about getting the job, partly because we don't know the actual facts of these vaccines. Also, other people have other ethical objections with it. Those of you who've been following me for the last past year, know that I don't condemn those who do not decide to get the job or applaud those that do. My advice has been the following, and it will continue to be the following. Any concerns that you have in regards to C-19, speak with your primary care physician. Ask your physician pertinent questions. And then, based on the information you receive, you decide the course of action you're going to take. Okay? Be mindful. If you decide not to get vaccinated, Please do everything you can to limit your exposure to COVID 19. Now, back to these issues, the techniques, how we can deal with stress. Make time to unwind. Try to do some other activities you enjoy. Talk to others. Talk with people you trust about your concerns and how you are feeling. Share your problems and how you are feeling and coping with a parent, friend, counselor, doctor, or pastor. And it could be through Skype, it could be through Zoom, it could be through your phone, it could be through WhatsApp. I mean, there's so many ways that you can communicate. Um, Connect with your community or faith-based organizations. Now, this is something that's very important. Avoid drugs and alcohol. They may seem to help, but they create additional problems and increase the stress you are already feeling. Recognize when you need more help. If problems continue or you think about self deletion, talk to a psychologist, social worker, or a professional counselor. Check out taking care of your emotional health, and then these other the various resources. Helping others cope. Taking care of yourself can better equip you to take care of others. Helping others cope with stress through phone calls or video chats can help you and help your loved ones feel less lonely or isolated. Helping children and youth cope with stress. Children and youth often struggle with how to cope with stress. Youth can be particularly overwhelmed when their stress is connected to a traumatic event, like the natural disaster, family loss, school shooting, or community violence. Parents, caregivers, and educators can take steps to provide stability and support to help young people feel better. Okay. I see that there are 4 people watching the stream. I just want to say thank you very much for allowing me to enter into your devices. Again, you're more than welcome um, to enter a comment. The only thing is you'll need to subscribe to the channel. Now, I'm going to give, now, these are tips for parents and caregivers. Um, it's natural for children to worry when scary or stressful things happen in their lives. Talking to your children about these events can help put frightening information into a more balanced setting. And I see here we have a comment. Okay. All right. Okay, no problem. Okay. Okay, I'm glad to hear that. Now, before I continue, let's keep the dear people of Florida and the other states where in the path of this hurricane in prayer because going through a hurricane is very stressful. Okay. Anyone who wishes to join the panel, the link is there. Anyone else who wishes to enter a comment, you by all means go ahead. Talking to your children about these events can help put frightening information into a more balanced setting. Monitor what children see and hear about stressful events happening in their lives. Here are some suggestions to help children cope. Maintain a normal routine, helping children wake up, go to sleep, and eat meals at a regular time. Provide them with a sense of stability. Talk, listen, and encourage expression. Listen to your child's thoughts and feelings and share some of yours. After a traumatic event, it is important for children to feel that they can share their feelings and that you understand their fears and worries. Watch and listen. Be alert for any changes in behavior. Any changes in behavior may be signs that your child is having trouble and may need support. Stressful events can challenge a child's sense of safety and security. Reassure your child about his or her safety and well being. Discuss ways that you, the school, and the community are taking steps to keep them safe. Connect with others. Talk to other parents and your child's teachers about ways to help your child cope. It is often helpful for parents, schools, and health professionals to work together for the well being of all children in stressful times. So, now we're going to be talking about tips for kids and teens. After a traumatic event, it is normal to feel anxious about your safety and security. Even if you are not directly involved, you may worry about whether this type of event may someday affect you. Check out the tips below for some ideas to help deal with these fears. Talk to and stay connected to others. Talking to with someone can you trust can help you to make sense out of your experience. If you're not sure where to turn, call your local crisis intervention center or the national hotline. Here in New York, we have what's called NYC Well for those who are dealing with stressful situations, and they can speak with a therapist. And also, for those who are struggling with thoughts of self deletion, I'm going to ask that you please look into the stream when I spoke about suicide is not the solution. Because here I'm during that stream, I listed some resources for those who are struggling with that issue. Take care of yourself. Try to get plenty of sleep, eat right, exercise, and keep a normal routine. Take information breaks. Pictures and stories about disasters can increase worry and other stressful feelings. Taking breaks from the news, internet, and conversation about the disaster can help you calm down. Now we're going to be talking about tips for school personnel. School personnel can help their students restore their sense of safety by talking with the children about their fears. Other tips for school personnel include reach out and talk. Create opportunities to have students talk, but do not force them. You can be a model by sharing some of your own thoughts as well as correct honest information. Watch and listen. Be alert for any change in behavior. Are students withdrawing from friends, acting out? These changes may be early signs that a student is struggling and needs extra support from the school and family. Maintain normal routines. A regular classroom and school schedule can provide a sense of stability and safety. Encourage students to keep up with their schoolwork and extracurricular activities, but do not push them if they seem overwhelmed. Take care of yourself. You're better able to support your students if you are healthy, coping with taking care of yourself first. Eat healthy, exercise, get plenty of sleep, and give yourself a break if you feel stressed out. Okay. Now, if you are struggling to cope, there are many ways to get help. Call your healthcare provider if stress gets in the way of your daily activities for several days in a row. During times of extreme stress, people may have thoughts of suicide. Suicide is preventable and help is available. More about the risk of suicide, watch for, and how to respond if you notice these signs in yourself or a friend or loved one can be found here. Okay. Now we're going to be talking about how to cope uh, with a natural disaster, which is something that the people of Puerto Rico are dealing with, the people of Florida are dealing with, and also the states that have been affected by the hurricane. After a natural disaster, it's normal to feel different and strong emotions. Coping with these feelings and getting help when you need it will help and help you, your family, and community recover from a disaster. Resources to help coping and stress after a natural disaster are available. Okay. Now I'm going to read to you some resources to get help, which some of them I shared when I did my stream regarding suicide is not the solution. Okay. Call 911. Call the distress helpline, or call or text at 1 800 985 5990. That's 1 800 985 95. Okay, it's 1 800 585 5990. 1 800 585 5990. For Spanish, press 2 to be connected with a trained counselor. In other words, you're going to be prompted to as far as which language you wish to speak with. Call or text 988. Chat at 988lifeline.org. Okay, now there's another one. The National Domestic Violence Hotline, and the telephone number is 800 799 7233. That's 800 799 7233. Or text love is at 22522. That's text love is at 22522. That's 22522 22522. Okay. Now the National Child Abuse Hotline is 1 800 422 4453. Again, that's for the National Child Abuse Hotline. That's 1 800 442 4453. Or you can text at the same number. Okay. Now, the telephone number for the National Sexual Abuse Hotline is 1 800 656 4673. Again, that's 1 800 656 4673. Okay. Also, for the elder care locator, telephone number is 1 800 677 1116. Again, that's 1 800 677 1116. If you are a veteran, there is the Veterans Crisis Line, and the telephone number is 1 800 273 8255. That's 1 800 273 8255. Or text crisis or text 838 8255. Now I'm going to give you some information regarding how care providers for treatment for substance abuse or mental health disorder. Okay, now the SAMHSA National Hotline is 1 800 662 4357. That's 1 800 662 4357. Okay. So I just gave you some resources to think about. Okay. Because the fact of the matter is, we all deal with stress on a regular basis. And we all need, at times to reach out to someone. That someone can be a family member, it could be a friend, it could be a neighbor. If you belong to a place of worship, That could be uh, a church, a synagogue, or a mosque, or a temple. Okay. And also, there are different agencies to help you to deal with stress if you perceive that it's beyond your ability to deal with. Okay. Now I'm going to read another article, and the person and the one who contributed to this article was, if I mispronounce the name, please excuse me, is Dr. Maleka Stoll. And the name of the article is 10 Simple Ways to Cope with Stress. Okay. And again, anyone who wishes to enter a comment, they can do so. The only thing, you need to be a subscriber. If anyone wishes to join the panel, they can do so. If anyone disagrees with what I'm talking about, by all means, share how you disagree. Now, when your car dies or a deadline looms, how do you respond? Long-term low-grade or acute stress takes a serious toll on your body and mind, so don't ignore feelings of constant tension. Understand what's happening inside your body and learn simple coping skills to combat the negative impacts of everyday stresses. So now I'm going to be talking about fight or flight. Sudden or ongoing stress activates your nervous system and floods your bloodstream with adrenaline and cortisol, two hormones that raises blood pressure, increase the heart rate, and spike blood sugar. These changes pitch in your body into a okay. Let me just take a. I think into okay. I think Ramon enter another comment. It's not so much stress I'm dealing with buckwheat, but we already have been over that. Well, you know what? In all fairness, Ramon, and this is something people need to understand, there is no expiration date for grief. Okay? I repeat, there is no expiration date for grief. Okay. My father passed away 10 years ago, and and still dealing with his absence. But I know that my father is no longer suffering. Okay. I'm also dealing with the passing of my loved ones. So I'm not going to say that I understand what you're going through, but I can just imagine. These changes, okay, that enable our ancestors to outrun saber-toothed tigers, and it's helpful today for situations like dodging car accident. But modern chronic stresses such as finances or a challenging relationship keep your body in that heightened state, which hurts your health. Effects of too much stress. If constantly under stress, most of us will eventually start to function less well, said Malika Stahl, Chief Medical Officer of Sutter Select. Multiple studies link chronic stress to a higher risk of heart disease, stroke, depression, weight gain, memory loss, and even premature death. So it's important to recognize the warning signals. She said, okay, so it's a female. Talk to your doctor about ways to manage stress if you experience any of these symptoms. Prolonged periods of poor sleep, regular severe headaches, Unexplained weight loss or gain, feelings of isolation, withdrawal, or worthlessness, constant anger and irritability, loss of interest in activities, constant worrying or obsessive thinking, excessive alcohol or drug use, inability to concentrate. And I see here we also have the 18th letter in the chat. Okay. Good evening. Um, I just want to thank you very much for stopping by. If you're able to join the panel, by all means, you can do so. If you're not, I understand. And let me just remind everybody that both the introvert Berikwa and the 18 letter, they both have YouTube channels, and they both discuss interesting topics. So I'm going to ask, if you have not done so, please subscribe to their channels and check out their content. Now back to the article. Constant worrying or obsessive thinking. Okay. And I'll go, okay, and I see here, yes. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be discussing 10 ways to cope with chronic stress. It's key to recognize stressful situations as they occur because it allows you to focus on managing on how you react. Dr. Stoll says, we all need to know when to close our eyes and take a deep breath when we feel tension rising. Use these tips to prevent or reduce chronic stress. Number one, rebalance work and home. Let me just put the link in the chat again. Should anyone wish to join? Okay. All work and no play. If you're spending too much time at the office, intentionally put more dates on your calendar to enjoy time for fun, either alone or with others. Number two, build in regular exercise. Moving your body on a regular basis balances the nervous system and increases blood circulation, helping you to flush out those stress hormones. Even a daily 20-minute walk makes a difference. I agree. Eat well and limit alcohol and stimulants. Alcohol, nicotine, and caffeine may temporarily relieve stress, but have negative health impacts and can help make stress worse in the long run. While nourished bodies cope better, so start with a good breakfast, add more organic fruits and vegetables, avoid processed foods and sugar, and drink more water. Okay. Number four, connect with supportive people. Talking face to face with another person releases hormones that reduce stress. Lean on those good listeners in your life. Number five, carve out hobby time. Do you enjoy gardening, reading, listening to music, or some other creative pursuit? Engage in activities that brings you pleasure and joy. Research shows that reduces stress by almost half and lowers your heart rate too. That's part of the reason why. Okay, part of the reason why I created a YouTube channel. It's a hobby, but also an opportunity to share what wisdom and knowledge life has shown with me. Number six, practice meditation, stress reduction, or yoga. Relaxation techniques activate a state of restfulness and counterbalances your body's fight or flight hormones. Consider taking a mindful based stress reducing course to learn effective lasting tools. Sleep enough. If you get less than 7 to 8 hours of sleep, your body won't tolerate stress as well as it could. If stress keeps you up at night, address the cause and add extra meditation to your day to make up for the lost Z's. This is something that's interesting. Number 8, bond with your pet. Clinical studies show that spending even a short time with a companion animal can help anxiety levels almost in half. Okay. I'm going to confess something here. Okay. I'm not exactly an animal person. Okay. First of all, I'm very busy. Number one. Number two, I don't always. I mean, that requires me to. If I have a dog, take the dog out for walks. If I have a cat, make sure the cat litter is clean and all that sort of thing. And that's I'll say it is not my cup of tea. But it could be a good way to release stress for other people. Okay. Number 9, take a vacation. Getting away from it all can reset your stress tolerance and by increasing your mental and emotional outlook, which makes you a happier, more productive person upon return. Leave your cell phone and laptop at home. Well, problem is, okay, you know what? I don't know about leaving my laptop at home, but there might be times I don't need to use my laptop. And number 10, see a counselor, coach, or therapist. If negative thoughts overwhelm your ability to make positive changes, it's time to seek professional help. Make an appointment today. Your health and life are worth it. I agree. And of course, some of you may already know that I'm currently seeing a therapist for multiple reasons. Part of it has to do with dealing with the loss of my mother and my oldest sister, who happened to have passed away 6 months apart from each other. Also, I've been dealing with other emotional and psychological issues. Okay. Also, I've been dealing with um, estrangement. So I've dealt with a lot of things. Okay. Which is why I decided to seek therapy. Okay. And again, and I think people need to understand that there is no shame to see a therapist. Okay. There is no shame. However, to get the most out of your therapist, you need to be honest with the therapist, and you need to share with the therapist what is your issues that you are dealing with. Okay, and this is something that's very important. Okay, just like as you go to your primary care doctor to discuss with him or her your symptoms, or you go see a podiatrist regarding issues with your feet, or a cardiologist with issues with your heart, or an ophthalmologist regarding your vision. In each situation, you should be discussing what are the symptoms? What is it? What is it that's ailing you at this point? So therefore, the physician can address whatever issues that you are experiencing. In the same token, if you're dealing with a therapist or you're dealing with a psychologist or a psychiatrist, be honest, be frank, and state, okay, this is what I'm dealing with. These are my issues. Okay. I do appreciate the fact that there's 5 likes, and perhaps other people will watch the stream in the playback. So again, I'm going to ask if anyone wishes to join the panel, they may do so. The link is there. If anyone wishes to express any comments regarding the topic, they may do so. Okay. If you disagree with what was being said, by all means, this is your opportunity to express why you disagree on the chat, or you can join the panel and you can share why you disagree with what being said. Maybe some of you think that I don't know what I'm talking about. That's perfectly fine. If we can learn through disagreements. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait. Hopefully, someone will join the panel, or someone else will enter a comment. If no one else does so, I will end the stream and get ready to go to bed to make sure um, I get some sleep. So, um, as I stated before, um, next week's schedule is going to be a little different. Um, Due to the fact that Monday I'm going to be doing a stream at 9 o'clock regarding the my dedication to my father's memory. I'm going to be doing a stream on Tuesday night. I have not finalized what's going to be the topic. I will do so this weekend. Now, Thursday, I'm going to be discussing what I perceive to be an interesting topic. Who tends to be more faithful, males or females? And the reason why I'm addressing this issue, because there's always been a debate, which many women will say that they're more faithful. And then you have men that will say, no, men are more faithful. One thing I do want to make clear, and this is an opinion, it's not a fact. Both males and females have the capability of being faithful. But at the same time, males and females have the ability to cheat. Now, some people say women do a better job of cheating because they can hide their intentions. I don't know. That's something we're going to be discussing next week. I don't think I'm going to be doing I don't know if I'm going to do a stream on Friday, October the 7th, because it is my birthday. Um, I might air some videos regarding my birthday celebration. I don't know. But definitely on Monday, October the 10th, I'm going to be doing a birthday stream just basically acknowledging the fact that it is my birthday. I thought about doing it on the same night, but I don't know. I'm gonna have to play by ear as far as that concern. And also gotta be mindful. Friday night, people tend to go out. They'll go to the bar, or they'll go see a movie, or they'll do whatever. So I need to think about that as far as. But I'm definitely gonna do a stream on my birthday. Okay, and just to acknowledge the fact that I will be 60 years old. Okay, and for me, that's a major milestone. First of all, because I'm fortunate. Uh, Three of my male siblings did not live to be 60. I had one sibling, one brother, who passed away at age 36. I had another brother who passed away at 49. And I have a third brother who passed away at 56. So the fact that I'm going to be celebrating my 60th birthday is a milestone. It's an important milestone. And I hope at least some of you will stop by and make your feelings known regarding um, my birthday. Okay. So it looks like no one else is going to join the stream. No one else is going to enter any further comments, which happens sometimes. Now, actually, one person, believe it or not, made a suggestion that I do a stream regarding my castle. Why? I have no idea. Okay. But you know what I told this person? When I do my stream regarding open topics, you're more than free to enter the to get to share your feelings regarding White Castle. And he actually asked me, why don't I reply to do it? I said, because I don't. I mean, I'm sorry, but White Castle is just like, I mean, it's like one of dozens of fast food places. And I try not to go there too often because the food is not exactly the most healthy in the world. And I'm at an age where I need to do what I can um, to take care of myself. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something I have never done before for a while. Let's see if I can. Okay. Okay. Well, this is what I look like, people. Oh, nope. I thought, okay, let's try this now. Okay. This is what I look like now. Okay. And that I look pretty good for a person that's becoming 60 years old. Okay. Now I know people say that I'm look like I'm as old as Methuselah. But you know what? So be it. Okay. But in any case, I do appreciate um, both the intro about Boricua and the 18 leather entering their comments in the chat. And it just so happens that tonight is a night that no one decided to join me. And that's okay. Because sometimes there'll be nights when I'll be doing a monologue. It is what it is. I will be doing a stream, like I said, this Saturday at 6 p.m. Okay. So that being said, I'm going to close the same way that I usually close. Let us be good to ourselves and each other. And I hope that more people will catch the stream on the playback. So I just want to say thank you very much. And hopefully I'll catch you on my next live. So that being said, excuse me, just give me a moment. So this has been another episode. Okay, now we're getting some. Okay. You know what? It happens sometimes. It happens. I managed to get a couple people who joined the stream late. Okay. Again, the link is in the chat if you want to enter a comment. If you want to join the panel, or if you want to enter a comment, you can do so. The only thing is, if you're not a subscriber, I'm sorry, but you need to subscribe. It's only fair. And the reason behind that is it's my attempt to try to limit the exposure to the trolls and other people who try to come in and disrupt the stream. Okay, so it looks like no one else is going to join me. Okay, that's perfectly fine. That's okay. In any case, I thank you all for allowing me to enter in your devices. So this has been another episode of Uncommon Sense with Jose Negro. And I thank you very much, and I wish all of you a good night. Be strong. Be strong.